Humanity. It is April 8th, 2019, and guess what time it is?
It's showtime.
It's showtime. It's the Bev Paul show, and hi, my name's Paul.
Hi, my name's Bev. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. So we're going to do a nice little show here today based on my sacrifice.
I was just going to say that I'm just always amazed at your boundless dedication and commitment to BioTouch because you got sick so that we could have this show.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go. And so today we're going to talk about how can BioTouch be used as a first aid when getting sick.
Good question.
It is a good question. And, so I got this outrageously high fever last night, but it was coming on before, And, what does my human nature do? I just freak out. I freak out. I was like, oh, my God. There's these little bugs in there. And you're like, how the hell can those little things create such havoc? And the pain and the neck and the headache. And, I'm like, oh, Jesus criminy. But I got to do a class and I got to do a show. And, oh, my God, it's going to stop me from living my life,
You do. You kind of like crash in,
And yet it was a perfect opportunity to talk about that on the show today.
Like I said, thank you.
Yeah. And so the way we want to start talking about how to use BioTouch for sickness is we're going to read from our preface of the manual. We have the first two paragraphs, and we've actually never read this before.
I know.
And it really is loaded with stuff. So here's the preface, first two paragraphs.
Yes. Ambroise Paré was an illustrious French surgeon who lived during the 16th century and is considered the father of modern surgery. He was the first to describe his technical work in his native tongue rather than in Latin, which allowed more people to understand and learn his techniques. His efforts to introduce previously exclusive information into the public domain have greatly contributed to improvements in the art of medicine in the subsequent centuries. In the same spirit as Ambroise Paré's efforts, BioTouch, presented in this manual, is being shared simply and freely with all people because it is universal in application. Since the procedures in this manual affect the body's inherent natural healing abilities and do not introduce any radical measures, they do no harm.
There you go. Inherent ability. We talked about that yesterday.
We did.
And
yes, it's true.
That's whoops, where are we here? There we are. Hello.
Oh.
And that's, I think, why we're trying to get BioTouch out to the families. What we were talking about earlier. Whenever we get sick, we immediately go for aid, and it's usually the doctor or the pharmacist, or we go to Walgreens or CVS or whatever our local drugstore is. And we always ask for help when we're that low. And here is something that you can just ask somebody in your household to just do a little touch.
That, and you know what? Well, I had yet another awareness with BioTouch as a recipient. That's always ongoing, but we're always saying how helpless our families feel. What can I do for you? Nothing. Let me get you some water for that pill or something like that. But BioTouch changes the whole arena here because two things happen. We get to ask somebody in love to help us. And the other person in love says, I know what I can do to care for you. I have BioTouch. Wow, that just changes the playing field, doesn't it?
We talked about that in the class yesterday, too. It's really about letting ourselves be loved and opening ourselves up to that. Jenny got this little sickness, too. And
is that how much you love her?
Yeah. I gave her the disease. Right. Here, you can have this disease.
Share it with me.
And it turned into a cough for her. And, of course, she's had pneumonia before. So, what happens is you could see the fear. and you could see the coughing and then the spasm and then the fear again. And it was great because even through her coughing all in the evening, I knew I'd get up in the morning and I'd be able to do BioTouch. And it would bring relief. And it did. The minute I was able to work on the lung set, do the infection point, there was a relaxation. It didn't get rid of the problem. The problem was still there, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But there was a relief. It's like, I'm okay.
Yeah. The body, again, when you gave that greeting to Jenny, it really communicated, okay, here we go. You're going to be getting something that can open up a door into the possibility of the body knowing what it knows best, how to bring itself back into wholeness. The whole journey begins just with that light touch in those two places called the greeting set. Oh my gosh. And that love, it almost gives the body, its own permission to just do what it knows what to do for you in that.
So one of the things we talked about when we were going to do this show was about how a lot of times sickness to us is a failure. We think of sickness as a failure. And a lot of the new teaching, is, well, if you just think loving thoughts, you won't get sick. And, and I remember when I first learned about that and I realized, well, so if I get sick, I'm less than, God doesn't love me, or, there's guilt because I'm sick now. How come I couldn't be strong enough?
You're not doing enough to
right,
take
not
care
doing
of
enough.
yourself.
I'm not doing enough meditation.
Right.
I'm not, saying the right mantra and on
protecting
and on.
yourself.
Yes, right. Yeah, right.
On and on.
It goes on and on and on. And yet maybe with BioTouch, sickness is an opportunity, as we just said, to reach out and let ourselves be loved and let ourselves learn from the sickness or the disease.
Yes.
There is a lesson there.
Yes.
And who knows what it is, but it doesn't negate who we are. It doesn't make us any less than. We're not a subhuman being. We are still present in love. We still are innate goodness.
Right. I think the fact that we reiterate is that BioTouch begins at the body, that everything's held in the body. Well, we don't know we're starting to realize we could be holding stuff for generations that we don't have any clue about. But it's the body that holds all of that trauma and experiences and whatever else we have to deal with. And so that's why BioTouch is so profound, because it begins with the body. And from there, everything begins to unfold. And that's the magic. That if we just remember, we're human beings. We're in a physical body. We all share that. And BioTouch is here to remind us we're all here to share that. So
we have this little comment here from Brenda, who took a course with Howard.
Hawaii.
No, RE9. I can't
Howard,
say.
okay.
But anyhow, Arizona 3 years ago. But she lives in Alberta. Is there an online refresher course? Well, there is actually, by just going over the manual with the DVD. And then we can always do a web conference with you. We do that with anybody. We're more than happy to do that. But if you're a member, if you haven't become a member, all members can download the manual, the training manual that has links to the DVD. That's a real easy way to learn it.
Right. Oh, it's great.
And just by practicing it is really the best refresher course you can do. But we're happy to go over it with you. Make sure you're touching, somewhat in the right place, or answer any questions you have. So, Ari, we'd be happy to do that with you.
Absolutely.
And anybody else out there.
Anybody else.
BioTouch is easy to learn. I'm telling you. We just yesterday we had Rose again telling us how she stumbled upon BioTouch. She wanted something to help her husband who'd had a stroke, almost 10 years before she found BioTouch. Right. She had tried other techniques, and everything had plateaued. He was still all locked up. He still had the aphasia. He couldn't get the words out. And it wasn't within, a week or two, and he started the hand relaxed.
Remember that aha moment she had when
Right.
she was telling us that story? Oh my gosh, wait a minute. His hand was so clenched that his nails were digging into his skin.
And a year later, they have a whole new physical and emotional life.
Relationship.
She said there hasn't been this amount of love.
Oh, that's a first. I've never sneezed.
Maybe we passed on.
And if you
I
did,
love sharing.
And if you did, I will just take it with grace.
But we have BioTouch.
We do have BioTouch.
So, there was Rose who had a debilitating disease. It wasn't just a simple little bug in you. So,
Right.
it can be used in any situation. And that's why we are constantly trying to share this with people. We also have a little note here from Charlotte. Some lessons are hard to learn. BT makes us aware. Yeah, well.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that in our certified practitioner class about how hardwired we are in this society, and
Right.
that you introduce something that doesn't cost anything and that anybody can do, and there's immediately a what's the catch here?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why we're trying to make this accessible. That's why we try to teach always another set of points here on this program. That's why we're happy to do web conferences with you or whatever it takes to get you to feel comfortable and to have it be your go-to first aid kit.
Yes, absolutely.
The disease comes, the sickness comes, the accident comes, boom, you do BioTouch, then you seek immediate medical attention if it's needed.
Right.
Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. We are always telling people, do not throw out the medical model. Those has a opportune time sometimes.
Yeah, they have
if
their
you
place.
have pneumonia or something,
Right.
BioTouch can help with the symptoms and help you feel better. But you just might need that antibiotic once or twice, or you might need a naturopath to help you through it. Your body might be strong. We don't know what everybody's path is. All we know is BioTouch can be a great adjunct to anything. All natural healing, medical healing, it doesn't matter, but it can't hurt.
Oh my gosh, it's just going to enhance everything. It's a great partner. Yeah.
Great partner.
Yeah.
And so we want to teach you a little set of points. And so how opportune, we're going to teach you the allergy, infection, and poison. And this poison can be too, if you're taking medication and you feel like you need to help get out of you the side effect part of the medication, BioTouch can help with that. It can help with the side effects of the chemotherapy. So sometimes if medication is a poison in your body, BioTouch can help alleviate the poison aspects of it while allowing the medication to do what it's supposed to.
Right.
And of course, the infection, that's easy to do, when I got that, and the allergy. And that's the other problem too. We don't know if these things are allergy triggered. When you get these really bad allergies that we're all getting, that moves into some kind of disease. Your immune system goes, your antihistamines get crazy.
Yep.
So, who knows what the problem is? And it's our goal not to try and analyze it, diagnose it, but just do some BioTouch. And then even in that, you'll get information. It's like, oh, maybe I need to drink a cup of hot tea now. Or maybe I need to go to bed. or maybe I need to do a show about it.
Ooh, yeah.
So let's teach you some points. Here's our manual. We're going to teach you allergy, infection, and poison.
The infection, allergy, and poison sets are 3 separate sets of points. They all share the same hold point, which is the same as greeting point 1, located in the fleshy area just below the base of the breastbone. As with all sets of points, these may be touched repeatedly. Infections of any kind anywhere in the body may be addressed by holding X and with the other hand touching point 1, which is at the base of the large muscle on the right side of the neck and slightly above and behind metabolism point 1. Allergies or allergic reactions may be addressed by holding X and with the other hand touching point 2, which is on the right side of the neck, directly behind metabolism point 3 on the top of the large muscle. To address poisoning within the body, hold X and with the other hand alternately touch point 1 and point 2.
Well, there you go. That's how simple it can be.
And so effective.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when I get that infection point, if I have an infection or a temperature, I can feel it like there's this draining that goes on. It's a weird point. I never knew that. I thought you should also share with people when you had that neck problem, what you learned about letting yourself be loved.
Oh, what a awareness. Yes. Well, a couple of months ago or whatever it was. It was during our last practitioner training. So we had a lot of people here, and I'm like going through this, whatever it was. It was painful and uncomfortable. And I just realized this morning when I was telling you that every single day of that week, I had a different person do BioTouch with me. And what was different about that is that I asked them. I don't know if I would ever have done that previously. So in that awareness with BioTouch, what I was saying was, I deserve to be loved. And the other person was saying, and I love you. I care about you. It was amazing. Yeah.
So, folks, that's how simple it is. We hope that you're getting a little bit out of these Monday shows because we enjoy them. Even when I'm sick, I'm showing up.
I know. You're so sweet.
I'm so sweet.
Wow. What a guy. Now go home and go to bed.
Yeah, go drink some orange juice or chicken soup or something. So there you go. Even chicken soup is okay with BioTouch. Hey. Whatever you want to do, just add BioTouch to it. And whatever we can do to help you feel confident doing it, that's why we're here.
Absolutely.
And we're here every Monday. And we do have a workshop coming up we want to share with you. This one's going to be a hot one.
It really is.
About opiate addictions. Hopefully we can get some news media or something here because we have Eileen Webster, who's a registered pharmacist, who's had lots of experience dishing out opiates.
Yes,
and seeing
absolutely.
the effects of that. And she is working on becoming a certified practitioner here at BioTouch and a wonderful speaker. So if you're here in Tucson, 6 to 8 p.m. And if you're not here in Tucson, we will be doing it live streaming. So plug into us 6 to 8 p.m. Tucson time. And otherwise, get on our email list and we'll send it to you. Just go to the website and there's a link there that just says sign up for our free ebook, and that'll put you into our database where we can send you all these things and just keep you up to date with what we're doing. So, another fine show.
Another good show.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Oh, yes. I love it when I look over there and see all these people. Yes. Thank you for being with us this morning.
And live in your sickness, live in your health, live in your life. Just live.
Live in your body.
Just live.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Yep.
We're all here for a short time. Let's just have a hell of a good time.
That's right. Love each other.
Love each other. And we're going to go to Horace Barnes' little ditty about that. Put love into action.
Have a wonderful week, everybody.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction.